Mama, why does that man look like me? Have you ever had a secret so big that when it finally surfaced, your entire world shattered in a single heartbeat? Arya Solis-Mbai freezes on the sidewalk outside Greenwood Elementary. Her 7-year-old son Cairo presses his sticky finger against the newspaper the teacher is holding. The headline reads, Korean Mafia boss Kang Ryo-hae sponsors new children's library. Below it, a photograph. Sharp jawline, dark eyes, a wolf tattoo barely visible at his collar. Cairo's face, 7 years into the future. The coffee cup in Arya's hand suddenly weighs 1,000 pounds. Her twin daughter Lonnie leans in, braids brushing her brother's shoulder. He does look like you, Cairo, Lonnie says, fearless as always. Arya's heart stops, then slams back like a defibrillator shock. She spent 7 years running. 7 years building a safe, invisible life. 7 years keeping her children away from powerful men who destroy everything they touch. And now her past stands across the street, stepping out of a black sedan. Lonnie slips from Arya's grip. She's running. Babies, we need to go. But Cairo follows his sister because he always does. They're heading straight toward the man Arya has spent 7 years trying to forget. Toward Kang Ryo-hae. Daddy? Lonnie's voice rings clear across the morning air. The mafia boss stops mid-step, stares at the 2 children running toward him, and in his eyes, shock, recognition, hunger. The world Arya built brick by careful brick begins to crack, and somewhere in the shadows, a camera flash captures it all. 6 hours earlier, Arya's life was ordinary. She woke at 5 in their small apartment above the Korean grocery. The walls were thin and the radiator clanked, but the elderly owner downstairs always saved them the best tangerines. Arya counted that as wealth. She braided Lonnie's hair while Cairo packed lunches. Her children moved through their morning routine like a well-rehearsed dance. Cairo, serious and watchful, always checking the lock twice. Lonnie, bright and fearless, always asking impossible questions. Mama, why don't we have a daddy? Arya's hands never faltered. We have each other, baby. That's enough. The emergency room night shift had drained her, but she smiled anyway. This was what mothers did. Smiled through exhaustion, through secrets, through the weight of protecting 2 lives more precious than her own. 7 years ago, she survived an explosion while pregnant. Her father, a politician with clean hands and dirty deals, had sent men to eliminate a problem. That problem was her. The baby growing inside her. Arya learned that day what powerful men really are. They don't love. They own. They control. They erase. So she became invisible, changed her name, took double shifts at underfunded hospitals, raised her children where no one asked questions. One night created them. One perfect, impossible night with a stranger in a hotel bar. Dark eyes, gentle hands. A man who kissed her forehead and whispered words she didn't understand. She never got his full name. Never wanted it. Some doors stay closed for good reason. Until now. Standing on this street corner, watching her children run toward a face she sees every time Cairo smiles, Arya realizes the door just exploded open. Ryo-hae doesn't move when the children reach him. His expression remains carefully neutral, but something flickers behind those eyes. Recognition. The careful mask of a man whose world just shifted. An elderly man stands beside him. Silver hair, kind face, expensive suit. He smiles at the children immediately. Well, the old man says in accented English, this is quite unexpected. Lonnie stops 3 feet from Ryo-hae, suddenly shy. You look like my brother. Cairo catches up, breathing hard. Are you our father? Arya reaches them, grabbing their hands. I'm sorry. They saw the newspaper. Kids, we need to... Your name is Arya. Ryo-hae's voice is quiet but devastatingly certain. 7 years ago. Hotel Marian Conference Bar. You were wearing a blue dress. The memory slams into her. She can't breathe. A camera flash cuts through the moment, sharp and sudden from across the street. Ryohei's entire body shifts. His hand moves toward his jacket, then stops. He glances at the children. His jaw tightens. Get in the car. Now. His voice drops to pure command. Excuse me? That photographer isn't press. He's surveillance. Rival organization. Ryohei's eyes scan the street with practiced precision. You have 10 seconds to decide, trust me or risk them. The words cut through every instinct to run. Arya looks at her children, sees Cairo's hand trembling, sees Lonnie pressing closer to her side. She spent 7 years protecting them from danger, but right now, the danger isn't standing in front of her. It's watching from the shadows with a camera. Fine. Arya lifts her chin. But we're not staying. Ryohei opens the car door himself. We'll discuss that. The elderly man slides into the driver's seat. My name is Mr. Choi Gun-ok. I've worked with Mr. Kang's family for 40 years. You and the children are completely safe with us. Safe. The word sounds like a promise and a trap. Arya gets in, pulls her children close, watches through tinted windows as they drive away from her carefully constructed life. The children are surprisingly quiet. Cairo stares out the window, processing everything with that analytical mind of his. Lonnie keeps glancing at Ryohei, then at Arya, then back again, trying to piece together the puzzle. Mama, Cairo whispers after several minutes. Is he really our dad? The question pierces her. She looks at Ryohei in the front passenger seat. His shoulders are rigid, but she knows he's listening. We're going to find out, baby, she says carefully. Would that be okay with you? If he was? Cairo considers this with his usual seriousness. I always wondered what he looked like. If he thought about us. If he... His voice drops even lower. If he would have wanted us. Arya's heart cracks. She's tried so hard to fill every gap, to be enough for both parents. But there are questions only a father can answer. Ryohei turns slightly in his seat. Doesn't look back, but his voice carries clearly. I would have wanted you, from the very first moment. If I had known, nothing could have kept me away. It's the first direct thing he's said to the children. Lonnie reaches out, touches the back of his seat. Promise? I promise. The car falls quiet again, but something has shifted. Some invisible line has been crossed. They drive through increasingly wealthy neighborhoods. Buildings give way to estates. Gates become grander. Security more visible. Where are we going? Lanny asks. Home, Ryohei says. Then catches himself. My home. But hopefully, yours too. For now. Arya wants to protest. To say this isn't their home. Will never be their home. But she sees how Cairo perks up slightly. How Lonnie's fear transforms into curiosity. And she realizes her children are starved for this. For a father. For the missing piece they've never mentioned but always felt. Towards something she can't predict or control. And for a woman who's spent 7 years controlling everything, that terrifies her most of all. Sometimes safety means walking toward the very thing you've been running from. If you want to see where this impossible situation leads, subscribe and stay with us. This story is just beginning. The mansion surprises her. Yes, there are cameras at the gate. Yes, armed guards check the vehicle. But inside, warmth fills every room. Wooden floors glow honey gold in afternoon light. The kitchen smells like jasmine tea and fresh rice. Photographs line the walls. Black and white images of men in traditional Korean dress. Mr. Choi serves tea in porcelain cups, so delicate Arya fears touching them. Please, he says, his voice kind. The children must be hungry. Lonnie and Cairo sit close on the sofa, eyes wide. Cairo's hand finds Arya's. She squeezes back, trying to project calm she doesn't feel. Ryohei stands by the window, phone pressed to his ear. His voice is clipped, commanding. When he ends the call, he turns to face them. The photographer works for the Nakamura organization. They've been surveilling me for weeks. His tone is matter of fact. They know about you now, about the children. Then we leave. Go somewhere they can't find us. There is nowhere. Ryohei crosses his arms. Information travels faster than you can run. This is how it works. The word, mafia, hangs unspoken but heavy. Lonnie's eyes go huge. Are you a bad guy? Lonnie? Arya starts. That's a fair question. Ryohei crouches to the children's eye level. The movement is careful, non-threatening. I'm not a good man by most standards, but I have rules. And the first rule is this: family is protected. Always. We're not your family, Arya says. Aren't you? His eyes find hers. I need a paternity test to confirm. But I already know. Cairo studies Ryohei with that serious, analytical expression he wears when solving puzzles. The resemblance between them is striking enough to steal breath. If you're our dad, Cairo says slowly, where were you? The question lands like a stone in still water. Ryohei's jaw works. His hands flex once, the only crack in his composed exterior. I didn't know you existed. If I had, I would have been there from the beginning. Would you? Arya can't stop the words. Or would you have sent men to handle the problem like my father did? The air goes cold. Your father tried to kill you? Ryohei's voice drops to something dangerous. He sent men to eliminate an inconvenience. Me. My pregnancy. Arya pulls her children closer. That's what powerful men do. They solve problems. And I won't let my children become collateral damage in your world. Then let me prove you wrong. Ryohei stands. A doctor will be here within the hour for the paternity test. Mr. Choi will show you to the guest rooms. You'll stay until it's safe. And I will do everything in my power to ensure you're protected. For how long? However long it takes. Mr. Choi clears his throat gently. Perhaps the children would like to see their rooms. I had staff prepare the east wing. There's a garden with a koi pond. Can we see, Mama? Lonnie tugs her hand. Just to look. Arya wants to refuse, wants to grab her children and run. But Cairo is looking at Ryohei like he's trying to decode something important. And Lonnie is already standing, curiosity winning over caution. Just to look, Arya concedes. Mr. Choi leads the children away, his gentle voice fading. The koi are over 50 years old. They're quite magnificent. Then it's just Arya and Ryohei in the silence. 34 seconds pass before he speaks. 7 years ago, you asked me what I wanted to build. Do you remember? She does. That night in the hotel bar, both unable to sleep, talking about architecture and impossible dreams. She'd asked, if you could build anything in the world, what would it be? He'd answered, something that lasts, something worth remembering. I remember, she whispers. I didn't have a real answer then. My whole existence was about surviving, not building. He moves closer, careful to maintain distance. But now I know. I want to build a family. I want them to know their father tried to be someone they could be proud of. You don't know them. You don't know me. Then let me learn. His voice carries raw honesty. I won't ask you to trust me. Trust is earned, but give me the chance to earn it. Arya studies him, this powerful, dangerous man reduced to asking, not demanding, for a chance. 2 weeks, she hears herself say. You prove you can keep them safe. Prove this world won't destroy them. At the end of 2 weeks, we reassess. And if I prove it? Then we talk about what co-parenting looks like. He extends his hand. 2 weeks. She looks at his hand, scarred knuckles, strong fingers, the hand of someone who's fought through hell. She takes it. His palm is warm, solid. 2 weeks. That night, sleep won't come. The guest suite is beautiful. Silk sheets, heated floors, a view of the garden glowing under soft lights. But Arya lies awake, listening to unfamiliar sounds, the house settling, distant footsteps, the hum of security systems. Her mind won't stop racing. Every decision she's made in the last 12 hours feels simultaneously right and catastrophically wrong. She reaches for her phone, opens her banking app. The balance is enough for maybe 2 months if she's careful, 3 if she skips meals. The hospital suspension means no income, no health insurance, no safety net. She closes the app before the panic can take root. Her children are safe, fed, warm. That's what matters. But for how long? And at what cost? She thinks about her own father, how he smiled for cameras while ordering violence behind closed doors, how he spoke about family values while trying to eliminate his own grandchildren, how power corrupted everything it touched. Is Ryohei different? Or is he just better at hiding the same darkness? The questions circle like vultures. At 2 in the morning, she gives up, wraps herself in the provided robe, silk, expensive, nothing like the worn cotton she owns, and pads barefoot down the hall. She checks on the children first. Their adjoining rooms are perfect. Too perfect. Cairo sleeps with one hand curled under his chin, the same position since he was a baby. Lonnie sprawls across her bed like a starfish, blankets kicked away. Arya fixes them both, tucks corners, breathes in their soap and sleep smell. My babies. My reasons for everything. These rooms could seduce her. This safety. This comfort. Her children sleeping without worry for the first time in their lives. But safety can be a cage. Comfort can be a trap. She's heading back when light spills from under a door at the hall's end. Not the main rooms. Something more private. An office, maybe? Curiosity pulls her forward. The door is cracked. She peers through. Ryohei sits at a desk, head in his hands. Papers spread before him. Financial documents, contracts, things she doesn't understand. But it's not the papers that make her breath catch. His shoulders shake. His entire body trembles like he's barely holding himself together. She's seen this before. In the ER. Veterans. Assault survivors. People whose trauma lives so close to the surface that any moment of quiet lets it rise. Arya pushes the door open. Ryohei? He jerks upright, spinning. His eyes are wild, unfocused and haunted, before recognition slides into place. For a split second, she sees something that terrifies her. A man on the edge of breaking completely. What are you doing awake? His voice is rough, scraped raw. Checking the kids. She steps closer slowly like approaching a wounded animal. What's wrong? Nothing. But his hands tremble visibly. Sweat beads at his temples despite the cool air. I'm fine. He's the opposite of fine. He's drowning. When did you last sleep? Yesterday. Maybe. He runs fingers through his hair. I don't sleep well. That's an understatement. His eyes are hollowed. His skin has the gray cast of someone running on fumes. You need help, she says gently. I have medication. He reaches for a prescription bottle, knocks it over. Pills scatter across the desk. Arya kneels, gathering them, reads the label. Anti-anxiety medication, strong dosage. These help panic, not sleep. She looks up at him. Do you have nightmares? Every time I manage more than 90 minutes. 90 minutes. One sleep cycle. His body won't let him rest deeper. There's a breathing technique, she offers. 4-7-8 method. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system. Military developed it. I've tried breathing exercises. Not like this. Trust me for 5 minutes. He looks at her like she's offering salvation. Why would you help me? Because you're the father of my children. Because I'm a nurse who sees suffering. Because despite everything, you're trying. Because if you're in their lives, you need to be healthy enough to show up. She guides him through it. 4 seconds in. Hold 7. 8 seconds out. Again. Again. His breathing slows. Shoulders drop. The wildness fades from his eyes. After 10 minutes, his head dips forward. I'm not trying to sleep, he murmurs. Just rest. Stay in this moment. She places her hand over his. Feel this room. Hear my voice. You're not in the past. You're here. You're safe. His hand turns, fingers threading through hers. Tell me about them, he whispers. Something I don't know. So she does. About Cairo's obsession with building impossible structures. About Lonnie climbing a tree at 5 and refusing to cry when she got stuck. About bedtime routines and favorite foods and sibling squabbles over the last dumpling. She talks until her voice is hoarse. Somewhere in her stories, Ryohei's breathing deepens, evens out. His head rests against the chair back. He's truly asleep. Arya sits frozen, afraid to break the spell. Watches his face relax, harsh lines softening. For the first time, she sees the man beneath the armor. And despite every warning bell, he looks like someone worth knowing. Morning brings both answers and complications. The doctor, a small, efficient woman named Dr. Han, delivers results personally at 6 that evening. 99.9% probability of paternity. Her voice is professional but warm. The children are yours, Mr. Kang. Congratulations. Arya's knees buckle. She sits hard in the nearest chair. She knew, has always known. But knowing and confirming exist in different universes. Ryohei doesn't open the envelope. He watches the children through the doorway, building block towers under Mr. Choi's supervision. Thank you, Dr. Han. After the doctor leaves, Arya expects demands, assertions of rights, legal maneuvering. Instead, Ryohei sinks into the chair across from her, looks lost. I don't know how to do this. His voice is raw. I've run this organization since I was 22, survived 3 assassination attempts, negotiated treaties with rival families, but I don't know how to fold a 7-year-old's shirt, don't know what they should eat, don't know. He stops, breathes. Don't know how to be what they need. The admission catches her completely off guard. You learn, she says, like everyone else. Will you teach me? The vulnerability in those 4 words breaks something inside her chest. Ryohei, I can't just... I know you see what I am. I know this world terrifies you. He leans forward. But they're mine. Ours. And I won't walk away from that. I can't. This is the pivot point. She can refuse, can hire lawyers, fight for full custody, keep them in the small, safe world she built. Or she can step into the unknown. 1 month, she says slowly. With conditions. The children don't attend business meetings. Don't meet your associates beyond Mr. Choi. We maintain normal routines. School, boundaries, stability. And you start seeing a therapist. Real treatment for whatever keeps you awake at night. Done. Just like that? Arya, I've negotiated with people who wanted me dead. This? He extends his hand. This is easy. Because this matters more than anything else ever has. She looks at his hand, scarred, strong. Reaching, she takes it. 1 month. Days blend into routine, mornings with Ryohei attempting to make pancakes, burning most, succeeding occasionally, Cairo providing solemn cooking advice, Lonnie dancing around them, singing about syrup, afternoons in the garden, Mr. Choi teaching about koi fish and traditional Korean customs, the children soaking up knowledge like small sponges. Evenings when Ryohei comes home from meetings, exhausted but present. reading bedtime stories in his careful, accented English, tucking blankets with military precision that makes Lonnie giggle. It's domestic, achingly normal, dangerously easy to fall into. But reality never stays away long. On day 10, a woman arrives, late 20s, beautiful, dressed in designer business wear. She moves through the house like she owns it. Ryohei. Her voice drips honey over steel. We need to talk. The temperature drops. Hana? Ryohei's expression shudders completely. This isn't appropriate. It never is lately. Hana's eyes land on Arya, then the children playing nearby. Her smile sharpens. So the rumors are true. The great Kang Ryohei has acquired a ready-made family. How unexpected. I'm Hana Mori, she says to Arya, chief legal counsel for Mr. Kang's organization. You must be the surprise package. The condescension is clear. I'm Arya, their mother. Charming. Hana turns back to Ryohei. Board meeting in 1 hour. The Nakamura situation requires immediate attention. Cancel it. You can't simply... I can. I am. His voice becomes ice. Mr. Choi will see you out. Hana's composure cracks. You're making a mistake. They make you vulnerable, weak. They make me human. There's a difference. Ryohei steps between Hana and his family. Leave. Now. Something flashes in Hana's eyes. Fury, jealousy, calculation. Then she's gone, heels clicking away like a countdown. The silence vibrates with tension. Mama? Lonnie's voice is small. I don't like her. You don't have to, baby. But Arya knows this isn't over. Women like Hana don't accept defeat. They regroup, strategize, attack from unexpected angles. The question is, when and how? The attack comes 3 days later. Not with violence, with something far more insidious. The tabloid appears on every newsstand. Korean Mafia, boss's secret love child, inheritance battle begins. Photos of Arya and the children leaving the mansion. Security guards visible. The implication screams scandal. By afternoon, the damage spreads like wildfire. Tax authorities announce an audit of Ryohei's businesses. Rival families see headlines and sense weakness. Blood in the water. Then Arya's phone rings. Her hospital supervisor sounds apologetic but firm. Arya, I'm so sorry, but given the media attention? What media attention? But she already knows. Anonymous tips claim you're involved with organized crime, that you're living in a dangerous environment. The board considers it a liability. You're suspended pending investigation. The words hit like physical blows. You're suspending me for having children with someone? For potentially exposing patients and staff to... Arya hangs up, stares at her phone. Her career, her independence, her identity beyond being a mother, gone. When Ryohei returns that evening, she's sitting in the living room, still as stone. What happened? He knows immediately. She shows him the tabloid, explains about the hospital, the audit, rivals circling. Hana's dismantling everything. Arya says, my career, your business, our lives, piece by piece. I'll handle... How? She stands abruptly. She's not using guns, Ryohei. She's using truth. I am living with someone connected to organized crime. My children are in your world. Any rational person would say I'm making terrible choices. Her phone buzzes. She looks at the screen, goes white. What now? A lawsuit. Her voice is hollow. Hana's suing for emergency custody evaluation, claims I'm an unfit mother, that this environment is dangerous for the children. The words hang like a death sentence. She wants to take them? Ryohei's voice drops to something lethal. She wants leverage. She can't hurt you directly anymore, so she's attacking through us. Arya's hands shake. And the worst part? She might win. Any judge looking at this situation will see what we show them. Ryohei moves to her, gripping her shoulders. Listen to me. You're not losing anyone. We're going to fight this. With what? You're under investigation. I'm suspended. She has lawyers and judges and we have the truth. His voice is steel and promise. We'll volunteer for the evaluation. 30-day in-home assessment. Court supervised. We'll show them exactly what kind of parents we are, what kind of family we're building. You're gambling with our children, and I'm not gambling. His eyes burn with fierce certainty. I'm fighting for them. Will you fight with me? Arya looks at him. This dangerous, broken man offering to walk through fire for children he's known mere weeks. The smart choice is to run. Take the kids. Start over again. But she's tired of running. Tired of building walls. Tired of being alone. One condition, she says. We do this together. Equal partners. Not you protecting me. Not me fixing you. Together. Together. He agrees. The court order arrives within 48 hours. Joint custody evaluation. 30-day in-home assessment court-appointed evaluator. Dr. Sarah Chen, Ph.D., Child Psychology, Dr. Chen arrives on Monday. Mid-40s. Kind eyes behind wire-rim glasses. Professional, but warm. Mr. Kang, Ms. Mbai. I'll be observing your daily routines, parenting interactions, home environment. I'll also conduct individual interviews. She glances around the mansion. My job is determining if this is safe and stable for Cairo and Leilani. It is, Ryohei says firmly. Then let's see that in action. The first week is excruciating. Dr. Chen is everywhere, noting how Ryohei makes breakfast, badly but earnestly. Watching Arya help with homework. Observing bedtime routines, family dinners, morning chaos. She asks pointed questions. Mr. Kang, explain the security presence? Standard precaution. My business involves high-value financial assets. Security is necessary. The nature of your business? Financial management, security consulting, real estate development. All legitimate, all documented. Dr. Chen writes. Says nothing. Day 3, she pulls Arya aside. You were suspended from your hospital position. Tell me about that. Arya's chest tightens. Anonymous tip claimed criminal involvement. Investigation found no evidence. I'm expecting reinstatement soon. But currently unemployed? I'm consulting on a hospital partnership and full-time parenting. More notes. Still no reaction. Day 5, she interviews Cairo. Do you feel safe here? Yes, ma'am. Tell me about your dad. Cairo considers seriously. He tries really hard. Sometimes he doesn't know how to do stuff, but he learns, like folding clothes. Mama had to teach him. But he listens. Really listens. Are you ever scared of him? No, he's only scary to bad people. Dr. Chen writes extensively. Lonnie's interview comes next. Do you like living here, sweetie? I love it. There's a garden and koi fish, and Mr. Choi makes amazing cookies, and Daddy pushes me super high on the swing. Do you see anything uncomfortable? Scary people? Sometimes there are guards, but they're nice. One taught me to whistle. By day 10, Arya feels ready to shatter. She's documenting everything. She tells Ryohei after the children sleep, every imperfection, every mistake. Then we show her we're human, real, not perfect, but trying. What if trying isn't enough? He has no answer. Day 15 changes everything. They're in the garden. All of them, Dr. Chen observing from the porch. Cairo shows Ryohei his latest block structure. Lonnie chases butterflies. Arya reads on a bench. The gate alarm sounds. Ryohei's head snaps up. His hand moves to his phone instinctively. Stay with them, he tells Arya, already moving toward the house. What's wrong? Dr. Chen stands, alert. Through the security monitor visible on the patio screen, they see it. 3 men breaching the gate. Armed. Dr. Chen's face goes pale. Are those Nakamura's people? Mr. Choi appears, calm but firm. Inside. Now. But there's no time. The sound of the gate crashing, shouts, running footsteps. Ryohei moves faster than should be possible, throwing himself between the approaching threat and his family. Get down! The attackers round the corner, raise weapons. Ryohei spreads his arms wide, a human shield, covering Arya, covering the children, covering them all. You want them. You go through me first. Time fractures into slow motion. The attackers hesitate. Ryohei stands unflinching. Dr. Chen frozen in shock. Children pressed against Arya's body. Then sirens. Police. Ryohei's security team moving with lethal precision. It's over in 90 seconds. But those 90 seconds reshape everything. Afterward, Dr. Chen sits in the living room, pale and shaking. Mr. Choi brings tea. Arya holds Cairo and Lonnie, scared but unharmed. Ryohei talks to police, gives statements. His voice calm, professional. When he finally comes inside, he goes straight to the children. Kneels. I'm so sorry you saw that. You protected us, Cairo says simply. Like you promised. Lonnie wraps arms around his neck. You were really brave, Daddy. Dr. Chen watches this, writes nothing, just watches. Later, after the children finally sleep, she speaks. Mr. Kang, those men came here to kill you, and you used your body as a shield for your family. Yes. Why? Because they're mine to protect. I brought this danger into their lives. The least I can do is stand between them and the consequences. Even though you've only known them weeks? Ryohei looks at her like she's asked why the sun rises. Dr. Chen, I have enemies from choices I made long before they existed. But they didn't choose this. So yes, I'll take every bullet meant for them, every threat, every risk. That's what fathers do. Long silence. Then, Ms. Mbaye, may I speak with you privately? In the study, Dr. Chen removes her glasses. Are you afraid of him? Ryohei? Arya shakes her head. No. Even knowing his background? I know what he's becoming. I know he chooses to be better every day. I know he sees a therapist for trauma. I know he learned to breathe through panic attacks. I know. Her voice cracks. I know he would die for those children. That matters more than his past. Dr. Chen replaces her glasses. This is the most unusual case I've evaluated. What does that mean for us? It means I have much to consider. But what I saw today, that wasn't performance. That was instinct. And instinct reveals who someone truly is. She doesn't elaborate, but for the first time in 15 days, Arya feels hope. The final 2 weeks shift the atmosphere entirely. Dr. Chen still observes, but differently. She smiles more, joins dinner sometimes, plays with the children. She's witnessing, not just evaluating. Ryohei attends therapy faithfully. Dr. Yoon provides tools, grounding techniques, cognitive reprocessing, sleep hygiene, slow work, hard work. But he shows up. The nightmares lessen. Sleep stretches to 5 hours, then 6. His organization restructures. Painful but steady progress. Legitimate businesses grow while darker operations fade. Ryohei personally oversees transitions, ensuring no one gets hurt in the shift. The children bloom. Cairo relaxes. His elaborate block cities grow more ambitious. He explains each structure to Ryohei, who listens like receiving military briefings. Lonnie discovers Ryohei's wolf tattoo, demands the story. He tells a simplified version about protection and family. She declares she'll get one when she's old enough. Absolutely not, Arya says. Not happening, Ryohei agrees simultaneously. Their first united parental front. Dr. Chen notes it with a smile. Mr. Choi becomes everyone's anchor, teaching Cairo about koi fish, braiding Lonnie's hair better than Arya can, making traditional sweets and sharing stories about Ryohai's father, the good parts worth remembering. Your father believed family was everything, he tells the children one afternoon. He died protecting it. Cairo looks at Ryohai. Is that why you protect us? Yes. Are you going to die? Lonnie asks, fearless as always. Not if I can help it. I have too much to live for now. He's looking at all of them. Arya feels the weight of that gaze. Dr. Chen writes on her tablet. But this time, something different colors her expression. Understanding. Maybe approval. On day 28, Dr. Chen requests a final family meeting. They gather in the living room. Arya's hands shake. Ryohei sits close enough their shoulders touch. I've completed my evaluation, Dr. Chen says. My report will be filed with the court tomorrow. And? Arya can barely breathe. Ms. Mbaye, Mr. Kang. I won't soften this. This situation is unconventional. Mr. Kang's background is concerning. Security requirements are unusual. The speed of this family's formation is unprecedented. Arya's heart sinks. However, Dr. Chen looks at each of them. In 30 days, I've witnessed something remarkable. A man with trauma and a difficult past working tirelessly to become someone his children can admire. A mother balancing fierce protection with compassionate flexibility. Children who are not only safe, but thriving, emotionally secure, developmentally appropriate, and genuinely happy. She pauses. The assassination attempt could have traumatized these children permanently, but Cairo and Lonnie told me their daddy kept them safe. They weren't traumatized. They were reassured. Arya's eyes fill with tears. My recommendation to the court will be clear. Joint legal custody with primary physical custody awarded to Ms. Mbai and Mr. Kang jointly. I see no reason to disrupt this placement. You're approving us? Arya's voice breaks. I'm approving what exists. A functional, loving, stable family. Imperfect? Yes. Unconventional? Absolutely. But it works. Dr. Chen closes her tablet. Ms. Mori's lawsuit is based on speculation and prejudice. The reality is quite different. Ryohai's hand finds Arya's, squeezes tight. Thank you, he says, voice rough with emotion. Thank yourselves. You did the work. Dr. Chen stands. The hearing is next week. I'll submit my report tomorrow. Expect Ms. Mori's attorney to challenge it, but my findings are thorough. When she leaves, Arya collapses against Ryohei, sobs into his shoulder. We did it, she whispers. We did. He holds her tight. And we'll keep doing it, every single day. The courthouse feels imposing. Gray stone, high ceilings, the crushing weight of law. Arya sits in the gallery between Mr. Choi and Ryohei. The children wait with a court guardian elsewhere. They won't witness this. Hana sits across the aisle with her attorney. She looks polished, confident, like victory is certain. Judge Park, a woman in her 60s with sharp eyes and an unreadable expression, reviews documents. This is a custody evaluation review for minors Cairo and Leilani Mbaye. Her voice carries absolute authority. Ms. Mori petitioned for emergency custody claiming parental unfitness. Ms. Mbaye and Mr. Kang requested joint legal custody with continued cohabitation. Dr. Sarah Chen submitted a comprehensive 30-day evaluation. I've reviewed all materials. She looks up, scans the room. Ms. Mori, your attorney may present. Hana's lawyer stands, expensive suit, voice like poisoned honey. Your Honor, we maintain Ms. Mbaye demonstrated poor judgment cohabitating with a figure connected to organized crime. Mr. Kang's documented background creates inherent danger for children. We ask, documented background? Judge Park interrupts. Be specific. The lawyer falters. Mr. Kang has been investigated multiple times. Investigated. Not charged. Not convicted. Judge Park's eyes narrow. What actual evidence of current criminal activity do you have? Your Honor, his organization is widely known. Speculation is not evidence, Counselor. Dr. Chen's report indicates Mr. Kang's current operations are legitimate, and security measures are appropriate given documented threats. Do you have evidence contradicting this? Hana's lawyer struggles. Any environment requiring such security is unsuitable. Noted. Anything else? The lawyer sits, flustered. Hana's face hardens. Judge Park turns to their attorney, a calm woman exuding quiet competence. Ms. Wei, your position? Your Honor, the facts are clear. Ms. Mbaye is a licensed nurse with an exemplary record. Mr. Kang has no criminal convictions and is actively transitioning his business toward legitimate operations. Most importantly, Dr. Chen's evaluation demonstrates Cairo and Leilani are thriving, emotionally secure, developmentally appropriate, demonstrably loved. Judge Park nods, opens Dr. Chen's report. Dr. Chen's evaluation is extraordinary. She reads aloud. In 15 years conducting custody evaluations, I have never witnessed such profound commitment to change. Mr. Kang actively engages in trauma therapy. Both parents demonstrate consistent, appropriate boundaries. The children exhibit secure attachment to both parents and express genuine happiness. She looks at Rio Hai. Mr. Kang stand. Rio Hai rises, calm face, but Arya sees his hand tremble slightly. Dr. Chen mentions an incident during evaluation. Armed men breached your property. Your response? I positioned myself between them and my family, Your Honor. You used your body as a shield. Yes. Why? Silence stretches. Because they're mine to protect. Ryohei says quietly. I brought danger into their lives. The least I can do is stand between them and the consequences. Judge Park studies him for a long moment. Ms. Mbaye, stand. Arya's legs shake, but she rises. You chose to stay in this environment, to expose your children to Mr. Kang's world. Why? Arya swallows hard. Because, Your Honor, my children deserve to know their father. And Mr. Kang deserves the chance to be one. I've watched him change, grow, fight his demons so he can be present for them. That's not danger. That's love. Judge Park closes the file, removes her glasses. This court finds as follows. Ms. Mori's petition is denied entirely. Claims are unsupported by evidence and appear motivated by personal grievance rather than children's welfare. Hana's face drains of color. Furthermore, this court awards joint legal and physical custody to Ms. Mbaye and Mr. Kang, with continued cohabitation approved pending annual reviews. Children remain in current placement. She looks at Arya and Ryohei. Understand this is not typical, but Dr. Chen's evaluation shows it works. However, I'm ordering continued monitoring. Social services will conduct quarterly check-ins for 2 years. Mr. Kang, continue therapy. Ms. Mbaye, maintain professional credentials. Any significant household changes must be reported immediately. The gavel falls. This court is adjourned. Arya doesn't remember leaving the courtroom. One moment she's standing before the judge. The next, she's in the hallway wrapped in Ryohei's arms. We won, she whispers. We actually won. We did. His voice cracks. We get to keep them. Mr. Choi appears, tears in his eyes. Congratulations, both of you. They're allowed into the guardian room. The children see them and run. Mama, Daddy. Arya catches Lani. Ryohei lifts Cairo. They stand there, 4 people who've become something greater than their individual parts. Can we go home now? Cairo asks. Home. The word settles into Arya's chest like answered prayer. Yeah, baby, she says. We can go home. That evening, after the children sleep, Arya finds Ryohei on the back porch. Stars pepper the sky. The koi pond ripples in gentle breeze. He's quiet. Not the controlled quiet of hidden emotion, but the peaceful quiet of someone who's finally found rest. The hospital called, he says. They want to discuss a partnership. Partnership? Funding for the emergency department, new equipment, staff expansion, a trauma care wing. His voice is tentative. I thought maybe you'd want involvement, consulting, or returning to nursing if you wanted. Arya stares. You're funding my hospital? Partnering. There's a difference. He turns to her. I've been thinking about building something legitimate, something good. And I realized, you've been building that your entire life. Helping people, saving lives. I want to support that. If you'll let me. It's not a grand gesture, it's recognition. Respect for who she is and what matters. Why? Because you gave me a family. The least I can do is give you back your career. And because I want to build things with you. Not just for our children. For us. For the future we're creating. Arya's eyes fill with tears. I want this. Want us. Want you. She kisses him. Not their first kiss. That happened 7 years ago in a hotel room. But it's the first kiss that means everything. Built on truth instead of escape. Choice instead of chance. His arms come around her, careful and sure. He kisses her like she's precious, like she's the answer to questions he never knew to ask. When they break apart, she's breathless. I'm still scared sometimes, she admits. Me too. He rests his forehead against hers. But we're building something worth being scared for. Is this the inspirational speech portion? He laughs. Actually laughs. The sound is beautiful and rare, and hers. If I'm making speeches, we're definitely in trouble. We're in trouble anyway. Might as well face it together. They stand there on the porch, wrapped in each other, beneath stars that have witnessed countless love stories. Some that ended in tragedy, some that ended in triumph. Neither knows which kind this will be. But for the first time, they're brave enough to try. Inside the house, Mr. Choi watches from a window, smiles, turns away to give them privacy. In their rooms, the children sleep deeply, the kind of sleep that comes from feeling completely safe. The security guards patrol the perimeter, keeping threats at bay. The kois swim their endless circles, patient and eternal. And two people who had every reason to remain broken choose instead to heal together. To build together, to love together. It's not perfect, it's not safe, it's not guaranteed. But it's real, and real, they're learning, is enough. 2 weeks after the custody ruling, Ryohei calls a meeting of the clans, not just his board. All the Korean and Japanese organizations operating in the region. Representatives from 5 families gather in a tense conference room. Arya isn't present. She's home with the children, but Mr. Choi recounts it later over tea in their kitchen. He walked in like he owned the world, the old man says, pouring jasmine tea. No fear, pure certainty. Ryohei stood at the table's head, looked each boss in the eye. I'm making changes, effective immediately. My organization withdraws from all arms trafficking. All weapons connections, domestic or international, are severed. Murmurs, protest. One boss stood. That's cowardice. Call it what you want, Ryohei replied, voice like ice. I call it evolution. The world changes. Law enforcement gets smarter. Technology makes us visible. I'm moving toward legitimate business, security consulting, financial services, real estate development. You'll lose territory, respect. I'll keep my family, that's worth more. The room went silent. I'm not asking permission, Ryohei continued. I'm informing you. This is my decision. However, his voice dropped. deadly quiet. Let me be absolutely clear. I'm changing my business, but I'm not weak. Anyone who mistakes my reformation for vulnerability will learn otherwise. He leaned forward, hands flat on the table. I will not seek revenge for past grievances. I will not start wars. But if anyone touches my family, there will be no place they can hide. No protection strong enough. No ally powerful enough. That's not a threat. That's a promise. The bosses exchanged glances. One by one, they nodded, understanding. Ryohei straightened. Those wanting business relationships with my legitimate operations, my people will contact you. The rest, stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours. He walked out without waiting for dismissal. And that, Mr. Choi finishes, eyes twinkling, is how you command respect while pursuing redemption. 3 months later, the house has transformed. Children's artwork covers the refrigerator. Pink and blue backpacks hang by the door. A family calendar tracks school events, therapy appointments, date nights. Arya returned to nursing part-time, consulting on the hospital partnership. The emergency room now has state-of-the-art equipment. Staff paid fairly, hope where exhaustion once lived. Ryohei's organization is nearly clean, not perfect. Some shadows still cling, but the trajectory is clear, toward light, toward legitimate, toward something the children can inherit without shame. Therapy helps. Breathing techniques help. Family helps most of all. This particular Saturday, they're in the garden. Ryohei pushes Lani on the swing. She shrieks with delight. Higher, Daddy, higher! Keiro sits with Mr. Choi, studying architectural engineering books too advanced for 7, but fascinating him anyway. Arya watches from the porch, coffee warming her hands. This is my life now. This impossible, beautiful, hard-won life. Ryohei catches her watching. Smiles. That soft smile reserved only for them, his family. He settles Lani, then walks to Arya. Hey, he says. Hey yourself. I was thinking. Dangerous habit. He grins. I was thinking we should make this official. Her heart skips. Official how? He pulls a small box from his pocket, opens it. Inside, a simple ring. Beautiful in its lack of pretension. Marry me, he says, not because we have to, not because of the children, but because I love you, because you make me want to be better, because when I imagine my future, you're in every part of it. Arya's throat closes. Ryohei, I know I'm not perfect. I know this life isn't easy. I know I'm still learning. His voice cracks. But I'm trying, and I'll keep trying. Every day, for the rest of my life. She looks at him. This man who was a stranger 7 years ago, who became the father of her children through one perfect, impossible night, who learned to push swings and face his demons because they were worth fighting for. Yes, she says. Yes to all of it. He slides the ring onto her finger, kisses her, soft and sure and full of promise. They're kissing, Lani announces loudly. Good, Mr. Choi says. Love should be witnessed. Cairo looks up from his book, studies them seriously, then nods, like solving an equation. This is good. We're a real family now. We've always been a real family, Ryohei says. This just makes it official. Arya wraps her arms around him. For the first time, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Where's that? Home. Later, when the children sleep and Mr. Choi has retired, Arya and Ryohei sit on the back porch. Stars scatter across the sky. The koi pond ripples in gentle breeze. Do you ever regret it? She asks. Giving up so much? Every day, he says honestly. And not at all. It's complicated. Most important things are. I look at them, Cairo so serious, Lani so brave, and think about what my father wanted for me. Power, territory, fear-based respect. He takes her hand. But what I want for them is different. I want them to build things, create things, love freely. I want them to know their father tried to be good. You are good. I'm trying to be. There's a difference. No. Arya's voice is firm. Trying is what makes you good. Showing up every day even when it's hard. Choosing us even when it costs you. That's what good looks like. He pulls her close. She fits perfectly. 7 years ago, you asked what I wanted to build. I didn't have an answer then, but I do now. What? This. Exactly this. A life worth living, a family worth protecting, a future worth hoping for. He kisses her temple. You gave me that. You and those two perfect, impossible children. They're not perfect. They're perfect for me. They sit in comfortable silence. The night wraps around them like a blessing. Ryohai's voice breaks the quiet, soft and wondering. For the first time in 12 years, since everything fell apart, I feel like I want to live for a good reason. Arya turns to face him, sees the vulnerability in his eyes, the hope still fragile but growing stronger. She touches his face gently. Then live. Live with us. For us. For you. I will. He pulls her closer, arms strong and sure. I promise. I will. And in the quiet of that promise, beneath stars that have witnessed countless stories, tragic and triumphant, two broken people and their beautiful children become something whole. A family, imperfect, hard-won, built on ashes and hope. A family. The garden swing sways in the breeze, waiting for morning. When Lani will demand to be pushed higher. When Cairo will explain his latest architectural dreams. When Mr. Choi will bring tea and wisdom in equal measure. When they'll wake up and choose each other again. And again. Because that's what families do. They choose. They stay. They build. And sometimes, if they're lucky, the darkness they ran from becomes the shadow that makes the light more beautiful. Ryohei rests his chin on Arya's head, breathes in the jasmine-scented night, feels his heartbeat slow to match hers. I'm alive. Really alive. For the first time, I'm living. And tomorrow, when Lani calls Daddy, look, and Cairo shows him another impossible structure, when Arya smiles at him over breakfast and Mr. Choi offers gentle wisdom, he'll choose them again. Every single day. For the rest of his life. Every ending is a beginning. Every choice to love is an act of courage. If this story touched you, if Arya and Ryohei's journey resonated, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Subscribe to join us for more stories where love conquers darkness, where families are built from broken pieces, where hope is always worth fighting for. These stories are motivational, reminding us that change is possible, that redemption is real, that even the darkest past can lead to the brightest future. Because these stories, they matter. And so do you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing that even the most dangerous hearts can learn to love. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay brave, and remember, you're never too broken to build something beautiful.